So a lot of people have asked me, what does it take to put a podcast together? Since we're doing one on what is essentially a day off Sunday, I thought I would show you a step-by-step tutorial on how we get Got Your Back done. First and foremost, this microphone is doing absolutely nothing. An absolute must for me, the standing sitting desk here at the nerve center. Too much time in the chair absolutely kills the back. This is where the whole thing comes together. I'll take you through it step by step. First up, this is the Rodecaster Pro. These buttons are where I load the player sound into. Push a button, you get to hear a player on the podcast. Up here is a list of everything that I have loaded in. Connor McDavid short clip, Connor McDavid long clip, Stu Skinner, and Jay Woodcroft. What a goal last night from McDavid. Up here we got the camera and the ring lights. I go with the iPhone 11 Pro Plus. High quality camera, looks great. I've tried other ones, they don't work as good. And this ring light throws a tremendous amount of light onto my ever expanding and shining forehead. So on most podcasts, we have Zuby and Kelowna being the technical brains behind the operation, but I do have the ability to execute podcasts on my own thanks to this program called Wirecast. So Wirecast is where we actually build the entire podcast look. You can see you've got the sponsors' logos, our logos as well. Jason Greger is going to be our guest today. Then down here, you can actually build a whole bunch of different shots that you might want to use during the podcast. For example, we currently have the DLR vinyl product segment up. I go down here, instead I select the Sherwood Buick GMC segment, and then while we're in the middle of the podcast, I can actually switch it on the fly. Next up, we got to print the scripts. This will have all of the sponsor reads on them because, well, I have a terrible memory and I can't memorize them. So one of the most important aspects of the podcast, once the technical side is sorted out, is the editorial, figuring out what are we going to be talking about today. I actually put quite a bit of time into this, believe it or not. I basically just use a notebook, write down a list of things that we're going to talk about, and I try and stick to it during the podcast. Normally, my guests turn it into a hot mess by going off on their own programs. Jason Strudwick, I am talking to you. This is a quick audio check. 1, 2, 1, 2. The green bar is bouncing. That means you will be able to hear me. Critical. Now that all the technical and editorial stuff is worked out, time to head down to hair and makeup. Hair and makeup is done. Time to send a link to Jason Greger, our guest. That pretty much does it. All that's left is to execute the podcast, push it out to all the platforms, and then spend the rest of the day annoying you on Twitter, basically begging you to download and subscribe to Got Your Back. Hope you enjoyed this little run through. It's all I can show you because from here on out, well, I got to be doing stuff. So hope you enjoy the pod.